Everyone, as you can see, this is your poem, The Tiger by William Blake. It is your chapter number 11, grade 7th, right? Page number 97 in your new Esther. Let's do this poem in detail. This poem actually was written by William Blake in 1794. He has written songs of experience. Right, and The Tiger is one of the famous poem taken from Songs of Experience, a collection of poems. Let's do it stanza wise. This is the first stanza. In the first stanza, in whole of the poem, you will see the poet is going to talk about the ferociousness of a tiger, है ना? उसके magnificent, उसकी body के बारे में he talks about. He talks about size, his body, his everything, right? So let's start the first stanza. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? मेरे देखिए, here in the first stanza, the poet is addressing to the tiger. When he sees the image of a tiger, he says that your eyes are being compared to the flame of fire. जब उसकी eyes होती हैं, when we see a tiger in a forest at night, how the eyes of the tiger looks like? They are looking like as if we are seeing a flame of fire. So burning bright means flame of fire. What immortal hand or eye? Immortal means जो कभी मर नहीं सकता. And who is that? The God, the spirit, the God, supernatural power. So God has created you, है ना? With what hand? With what eye? Frame means he's asking a question. Who has created you? Who has created you? What kind of hand and eye have been involved in your creation? The eye means you. Fearful means afraid or nervous. Symmetry means balance. So, the one who has created you in such a symmetry might be some kind of supernatural power. He's questioning. The second stanza. In what distant deeps or skies burned the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? In the second stanza, the poet says that your fire, the fire of your eyes, and the power of your eyes actually is distant. Distant means it reaches to heaven and hell. So deeps and eyes means heaven and hell. And he over here means God. The God who actually has, has used what kind of wings and what he actually aspires and wishes for. That how he has controlled, seize means controlled your energy, your fire, your eyes, your body, your ferociousness. So, in all, the poet talks about that how the spirit, the supernatural power, the creator, the one who has created you, how he is having the control on your fire. So, on what soldier or what art could twist the sinews of thy art, and when thy heart begin to beat, what dread hand, what dread feet? The third stanza, the poet says that what kind of powerful creature has created you? है ना? What kind of art he was having? What kind of kala, soldier, power he was having? कि when your heart was being made with some kind of muscles, veins, है ना? जैसे भी आपका heart बनाया गया, किस तरह उसने twist किया होगा? Because if one has created you, that spirit, that creator has limitless power, है ना? And when thy heart began to beat, जब आपका heart बन गया है ना, when your creator actually has created, your heart was being made, then you've been put into life, and then we are again in surprise that how dread hand and what dread feet means the creator has made your hand so dread means भयानक, और तुम्हारे feet भी बहुत भयानक थे, right? Let's move to next stanza. What hammer, what the chain, and what furnace was the brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp, but your deadly terrors clasp. देखिए बेटे, like blacksmith uses the hammer and other things. You know, blacksmith means जो लोहार होता है वो लोहे की चीज़ें बनाने के लिए hammer का इस्तेमाल करता है, anvil का इस्तेमाल करता है ना, और shape देता है. उसी तरह the poet talks about who has created you, what kind of hammer has been used, chain, furnace means भट्टी, तुम्हें बनाने के लिए, तुम्हारे brain को बनाने के लिए, और किस एनिमल का यूज किया गया, एनिमल मीन्स जिसके ऊपर रख के किसी चीज को शेप दी जाती है, एक मेटल ऑब्जेक्ट होता है, ठीक है। वो ड्रेड ग्रास्प, अब भयानक तुम्हारा ग्रास्प मीन्स यहाँ पे पंजा है, तुम्हारे पंजा कितना भयानक है, डेयर इट्स डेडली टेरर्स ग्रास्प, और तुम्हें जिसने बनाया है, द गॉड एक्चुअली हैज क्रिएटेड यू, तुम्हारी जो पकड़ है, लाइक इट वॉज अ डेडली टेरर्स ग्रास्प, योर पकड़, योर क्लैस्प इज ऑल्सो deadly. When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Again in this second last stanza, the poet, talks about that the one who has created you has created evil, has shown the picture of corruption, has shown the picture of evil, bad. And when you've been created, the stars actually throw their spears. Spears here means rays. They throw their rays. They throw their rays, and the heaven was full of tears. Okay. जब तुम तैयार हो गए, जब तुम बने, तो क्या जो क्रिएटर है, द गॉड है, गॉड एक्चुअली स्माइल्ड ऑन हिज वर्क, है ना, ही हिमसेल्फ हैज स्माइल्ड ऑन हिज वर्क, दैट व्हाट आई हैव क्रिएटेड, बिकॉज तुम वही तो नहीं हो, गॉड जो है, कहता है कि जो गॉड है, गॉड वो है जिसने तुम्हें भी बनाया और लैम्प को भी बनाया है, थी मेक लैम्प, सो लैम्प हियर मीन्स, लैम्प इज अ सिंबल ऑफ इनोसेंस, प्योरिटी, गुड, एंड थी मीन्स यू मीन्स इविल, राइट। The last stanza, tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye, they frame their fearful symmetry. As if you will see, bete, the last stanza is similar to the first stanza. So I'm not going to explain you, but the difference is the word dare, and in the first stanza there was a use of could over here. So why there is a difference of could and dare? In the first stanza, the poet was asking about, questioning that who has created you is having such a power, and the last stanza he says that yes, the one who has created you has limitless power. So a symbol of power. Okay, tiger has been used as a symbol of power over here. Thank you so much.